Hey, Shalom Akim Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noah's in the gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Boy, oh boy, this Epstein shit is getting real heated. I mean, it's just a distraction because they're getting ready to collapse the system, and I believe as they're getting ready to come to some type of definitive conclusion, that's when the lights may go out. And I say that in tandem of, just war, economic collapse, to switch over to this digital system, which will soon be the issuing of the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, by the way, and so forth. So I believe a lot of this is really distraction. Because, Esau is at the point, he's at the end of his ropes, and he's literally on the fence. He's on the ropes. And he don't really give a fuck, man. But I'm watching this debacle between Pam Bundy and the Congress, the hearing, the committee. And this bitch is off her fucking rocker, man. And I'm enjoying shit. This bitch is hilarious, man. I know I just spoke on it, but through the spirit, it's like, damn, this it's worth the second video, man, because this bitch is lying under oath. She's getting caught. She's insulting people. She's deflecting, and she's like Donald Trump's. Like they said that she's like a Ghislaine Maxwell to Epstein. This is Donald Trump's little dog, man. This is her his little minion, and she's defending this nigga, man, because his buddy is all down our throat, But anyway, I find it comical, man, because this bitch Pam Bondi, she's a total basket case, man, and she's proved to be unqualified to be attorney general, which all you devils are unqualified, man. All right, ain't none of you righteous at the end of the day, and Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is exposing your fucking wickedness, man. And you got these little peon-headed Americans, they're fuming now because they really thought they was gonna get some justice from this little wicked ass system you call a government. No, man. And you got my man Kyle Kalinske here. He's crashing out because she should be in jail. Newsflash, buddy. Nobody's going to jail. Okay, this is to piss you people off and to play with your emotions. But anyway, this bitch Pam Bondi is off her fucking rocker, man. And she's insulting people. She's arguing. You don't ever accuse me of a crime. It's really funny when you think about it, on how divided this fucking devil is against his own. That's how you know that this place is getting ready to fall. And Yahweh Shai said it. He said, if Satan cast out Satan, how can he stand? And we're going to get that precept. But anyway, fair use, fair use. Let me play a little bit of this video, and we'll get a couple of precepts, and that'll be that. But looking at the comments, it says Congress should immediately impeach and remove Bondi. If that was the case, they would have been done it. Okay, they would have impeached Trump fucking the first term. They would have impeached Biden, but they didn't do it. Why? Because at the end of the day, it's not about what's right. Okay, these devils do what the fuck they want to do, man. It says, I've never seen such blatant disregard, smug contempt, and lack of decorum for anyone in a congressional hearing like that. It says Congress is losing its power and dignity the more they allow these antics. They're inviting it to keep happening unless they enforce consequences for this absurd behavior. It is clear she feels she is above the law and accountability is completely vile and corrupt. Well, Esau just showing his horns. That's just what it is. This is not, this is just who they are. This is how they always felt. They just had to hide it because white guilt was plaguing them. And they, every time they look up, they were getting accused of being racist and history of blood and, stealing and robbing and pillaging, which all that is true. But, they had to, like Hellboy, had to shave off the horns a little bit. But now, hey, Esau is showing his horns. He's the devil. He don't give a fuck. Okay? So peep this.
Welcome to the show, y'all. Hope everybody out there is having a great day. And boy, oh boy, prepare yourself, because this shit right here is getting dirty and wild. Okay? So we had a congressional hearing over the Epstein files, and it absolutely erupted and became completely unglued. So Pam Bondi crashed out multiple times. She had a congressional hearing over the Epstein files, and it absolutely erupted and became completely unglued. So Pam Bondi crashed out multiple times.
And she lost all type of credibility, which she never really had it in the first place. But, for public's sake, they made it look like she was just this pampered princess that's gonna bring justice. No, a bitch is not supposed to be over any type of law enforcement, period. And we saw what happened when that Edomite got stomped out by that Jake in that prison. So you give them a little bit of power, then they abuse it, and before you know it, the whole ship sinks.
She seemingly perjured herself on live TV. So we'll talk about that. I have all the videos for you. I also have Trump bragging about cutting hundreds of thousands of jobs as the economy implodes right in front of his eyes, as well as he betrayed farmers too. So,
bro, this shit is done, bro. This man is getting ready to cut it. This shit is done, man. All right, brothers, we should be rejoicing, bro. Are we watching the fall of our enemy? I mean, it don't get no better. I mean, it gets better, but at this present time, this is worth the hell we caught, because it's gonna get a lot more interesting. All right, it's gonna be a dog eat dog world for real.
Talk about that. We have ICE caught sex trafficking as the DHS plots permanent occupation of blue cities. This stuff is disgusting, and it's straight out of dystopian sci-fi futuristic novels. So we'll get into that as well. And then later on, we have Nick Fuentes disavows white nationalism and erupts on his own audience because he's fed up with his own audience. It's an incredible thing to see. So we'll talk about that later on, plus much more. You guys know the drill, man. Everybody please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon. You can also support the show on Patreon. Remember, this is real independent media. Never talked to an advertiser, never done an ad read, never will. You guys support the show from the ground up. So if you give $2 a month or $5 a month, it helps a lot. Even if you just tip with that thanks button on YouTube, that also helps a lot. You're real independent media, man. That's all we can say. And thank you for everybody who allowed me to maintain my independence by supporting the show. And then, of course, you could always sign up for Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. That link is below. And go sub to the Corn's World YouTube channel where you can see live Kyle and Corn episodes. All right, y'all, let's get right into it. I don't want to waste another second here. So, Pam Bondi testified in front of a congressional hearing. They were talking about the Epstein files. And
One dude, man, he brought it out, Salakia, but one dude, one of the senators, he was like, yeah, he got direct threats from the Trump administration. And he was vulgar with it. He said, they was like, somebody should shoot you. You know how Esau talk. He said, he was quoting the email with a death threat he got. He said, we catch you, we should shoot you in your fucking head, motherfucker. That's how they talk. You and your wife. You know what I'm saying? He was threatening to blow his fucking head off, man, right along with his kid and his wife. Threats coming from the Trump administration. You know what I'm saying? So these devils, man, they're cooked. Okay, like this shit is really comical, man. I'm like, wow. Might have to pour to this shit for real.
This thing just went off the walls, y'all. This was a bonkers here, okay? So let's start with Jamie Raskin. Jamie Raskin grilled her, as did like literally everybody else in the room, and she basically had a total meltdown in front of the world. Let's start with this. Here we go.
That will be your legacy unless you act quickly to change course. You're running a massive Epstein cover-up right out of the Department of Justice. You've been ordered by subpoena and by Congress to turn over 6 million documents, photographs, and videos in the Epstein files, but you've turned over only 3 million. You say you're not turning over the other 3 million because they're somehow duplicative, but we know that there are actual memos of victim statements in there, and you also took down the Department of Justice's prosecution memo from 2019. So it's clearly not all duplicative, but even if it were, why not release it? Just release all the duplicative stuff. In the half you did produce, you redacted the names of abusers, enablers, accomplices, and co-conspirators, apparently to spare them embarrassment and disgrace, which is the exact opposite of what the law ordered you.
You don't have to spend months making a course no one's going to buy anymore. You can now validate your entire online course site.
To do.
Bro, she's... We watched 59 seconds of one clip, and she's already bleeding out on the ground. Good googly moogly. She's already dead, y'all. But she's about to be much more dead. Watch this.
Even worse, you shockingly failed to redact many of the victims' names, which is what you were ordered to do by Congress. Some of the victims had come forward publicly, but many had not. Many had kept their torment private, even from family and friends. But you published their names, their identities, their images on thousands of pages for the world to see. So you ignored the law, and even with over 100,000 employees at your disposal, you acted with some mixture of staggering incompetence, cold indifference, and jaded cruelty towards more than 1,000 victims raped, abused, and trafficked. This performance screams cover-up.
Now, by the way, let's just be clear. She should be arrested for this. The law was very clear. You had to release the unredacted Epstein files. The only thing you can withhold are the victims' names, okay? But all the perpetrators...
And when y'all pay attention, now that's how you know a civil war is getting ready to come too, because if you look at these comments, more people are on that revolting tip. Like, people are speaking on, they like, yeah, we need to do something about this, man. You know? So eventually shit gonna turn up.
We need sunlight. We need that to come out. We need full transparency. What they did is the opposite. They let out a lot of victims' names, and they protected a lot of the perpetrators. Okay? Totally in contravention of the law. Completely in contravention of the law. Now you have Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna themselves going to read the unredacted Epstein files, then reading on the floor of Congress some of the names that were redacted that shouldn't have been redacted. They also missed a bunch of deadlines with this thing. Guys, it's not up in the air. They are violating the law. Somebody has to pay for that. That person should be Pam Bondi, but as you're going to see in a little bit, she actually makes it even worse for herself because she should have gone to prison anyway, but now she's going to perjure herself on live TV as well in a little bit. All right, here we go. This is Ted Lieu going at her.
Former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous.
Is it? Is it ridiculous that there's a billionaire pedophile cabal that's trafficking underage girls for sex and torture, by the way? Is that ridiculous? Is it ridiculous that the guy who's your boss is implicated in this and you're still fucking working for him because you have no soul whatsoever? Is that ridiculous?
And that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency.
God.
He's the one that asked that those files
claim my time.
be
See, this bitch is deflecting, man. That's what Esau do. He deflects, man. That's the type of devil he is. You know? This is the book of Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Yeah. The wicked. This is you expecting truth for the wicked? No. Okay? This devil is off his fucking rocker, man. They're literally getting ready to show their horns because they know through the spirit that the Lord is getting ready to judge their ass. Psalms 52:2. It says, thy tongue devises mischief like a sharp razor working deceitfully. This bitch lying under oath. She don't care. You know, they're trying to rouse you peons up here. It says, thou lovest evil more than good and lying rather than to speak righteousness. Salah. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. But the Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and shall root thee out of the land of the living. So this man is getting ready to crash the fuck out. Okay, excuse my French, but we're witnessing the downfall of our enemies, man. And it's a beautiful sight to see because the Heavenly Father said that he was going to expose this devil, man. All right, when you go to the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, the Lord goes into shameful spewing upon thy glory. All right. Habakkuk 2. And I'm going to start at verses 15. It says, woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, that maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look upon their nakedness. Yeah. You know, this is what he did to Jake, man. He's totally exploited our people and pointing the finger. But yet he's running a whole goddamn cabal behind closed doors while deceiving the world like he's righteous. You know, this world is waking up to the fact that this is nothing but a wicked, it's a bunch of Satanists, man. That's what Esau is. He's naturally a Satan. He's the devil. And it says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Because your murder, your robbery, your wars. And the whole world was laughing at you. This is America losing its power, man. All right. The whole world is looking at this place and they're shaking their head. And nobody's going to come to the defense of this place because the world is sick of you. It says, drink thou also and let thy foreskins be uncovered. It says, the cup of the Lord's right hand should be turned to thee, and shameful spewing should be upon thy glory. Yeah. And Pound Bundy, she just basically digging her own grave, man. She's making it a lot worse than what it is because Congress ordered her ass to release the files and she didn't do it. Which, like I said, in my humble opinion, I believe it's all theatrics. I believe that this is really a ploy to distract you from something greater at hand, because I think that they're getting ready to collapse the system. And I believe that the new system is getting ready to come online any day now. So, hey, when shit start going left, blackouts, grid outages, whatever it may be, hey, this was all a distraction, man. Because her ass is in a hot seat and they still ain't gonna lock the bitch up. So this is just to play with you people, man. But nonetheless, it is fun watching their ass go through it because, hey, it's about time, man. All right, Esau got to feel that fire.
Got your answer. You said there's no
President
evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please stop
us
the clock.
to
Mike, please stop
sign
the clock.
the legislation. This is
I'd like to
ridiculous.
time belongs to the
Okay, so when she talks, it's literally like you have one of those dolls where you pull the drawstring on the back and it repeats the same thing over and over. That's what President Trump wanted the files released. President Trump couldn't have committed a crime. Stop insulting our intelligence. Stop insulting our intelligence. We know him and Epstein were best friends for a decade. We know he was on the plane 8 times. We know he went to the island. We know he met Melania through Jeffrey Epstein. We know they shared a girlfriend. We know that he had a teenage modeling agency, which was a front for human trafficking. We know Mar-a-Lago was subpoenaed in the Ghislaine Maxwell investigation because it was viewed as the hub of the child trafficking. Okay? You're not fucking getting this over on us, and you're fucking lying under oath. Jesus Christ, this is so crazy. She should absolutely be arrested yesterday.
I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein.
Perjury. Caught. Perjury. And she's about to crash out. Ready?
A witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied.
Oh, spare
Oh, shit. He said, don't you ever accuse me of a crime. That's Esau, man.
me your fuck.
Because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied.
Oh, spare me your fucking Karen routine, okay? You're covering up a cabal of satanic pedophile billionaires. Spare me your fucking don't you ever dare. Don't you ever fucking dare. Don't you ever fucking dare. Covering for the
But she just being a woman, bro. This is what women do. I mean, they deflect. You bitch get caught in the bed with your twin, with your 3 brothers, man, and she'll still deflect and say it wasn't her fault. Literally.
disgusting freaks on the fucking planet who are raping kids. Fuck you, Pam Bondi.
And this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and the officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide.
Oh.
No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness.
Oh, my God.
You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell. So should the men who patronized his operation. And as we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
Cooked, barbecued, fried, boiled, broiled, every fucking dunzo. It's a wrap. You got caught speeding. The fact that they all think they're Trump, right? Trump has this remarkable ability to say some shit that's the exact opposite of the truth and just fucking somehow get away with it, right? They all think they're Trump. There's no evidence that Donald Trump committed a crime.
Well, like I said earlier, bro, you can't expect a bunch of devils to prosecute other devils, man. That ain't how that shit work.
Really? Here's a form right here that explains in detail somebody.
Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard Donald Trump. Believe you just lied.
Oh, spare me your fucking carrot.
Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and the officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide.
Oh.
No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness.
Oh, my God.
You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell. So should the men who patronized his operation. And as we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
Cooked, barbecued, fried, boiled, broiled, every fucking dunzo. It's a wrap. You got caught speeding. The fact that they all think Attorney General in the fuck.
We're Phoenix Energy,
So let's get a
a
couple
family
more
of
precepts, man. I don't want to keep harboring on it, but we just read Habakkuk. Let's go to the book of Psalms 94, and I'm going to start at verses 20. It says, should the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frame mischief by law? Yeah, law. I mean, this whole system is built on corruption and bloodshed of the Israelites. You know, and we're just watching Yahweh Shai just expose this shit show. You know, and it's gonna get a lot more comical. It's gonna get more crazy. More people gonna start dropping, man, because Esau he ain't got nothing else. His deception is wearing off. So he's getting ready to come at the people with the sword, man. Hell, they locked this nigga Don Lemon up for having an opinion on shit. Like, what make you think they ain't gonna come for the whole Israelite community, man? You know, either way it go, this dude is cooked. It says they gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge, and he should bring upon them their own iniquity. Like as the scriptures say, a sword should fall into his heart, roughly paraphrasing it, and shall cut them off for their own wickedness. Yeah, the Lord our power should cut them off. And this is what's happening. They're getting recompense for the wickedness that they've put out there. So Esau is, he's biting off what more than he can chew. Okay, the Heavenly Father is truly in control at the end of the day, man. So we ain't really got shit to worry about. We just got to sit back and watch these devils cook themselves, man, because that's exactly what they're doing. All right. Look at what Yahweh Shai said, Matthew 12 and 24. And it reads here, and Yahweh Shai knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How should then his kingdom stand? Yeah. So it's not going to stand. It's collapsing. All right. And they know it, and it ain't shit they can do about it. Now he's going to result into slander, and he's getting ready to result to mudslinging and fighting dirty because he's lost the battle. Like they say, when a loser loses the debate, he resorts to slander. This dude has been slandering us since day one. And he's going to come after us with everything, bro, because, I mean, this nigga, he's losing it. So after this shit, expect things in the country, they may, I don't know, like I said, I believe that they're brewing something up. Only time will tell. But Revelation 12 and 12, therefore rejoice ye, you heavens, and ye that dwell in them. It says, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down on you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. So, yeah, he's getting ready to come down with great wrath, man. And Trump, he don't care. He already know that this is it. What they got to 2030 agenda, and he's talking about still in a third term. How you gonna get a third term unless the whole country is unless the whole country is pretty much collapsed? Which if he's planning on getting a third term, then I suspect a total societal collapse any day now, man. All right, because I think the next election is in 2028. Shit, that's a little bit over 2 years, November 2028. We in 2026, February going into March. Yeah, all hell getting ready to break loose. And these people gonna come gunning for their head because people are fed up with these politicians, man. While they've been playing games with you people have been taking it lightly now. People are getting ready to lose it. All right, let's go to the book of Sirach 20. Is it 25? Yep, 25 and 7. And it reads, there be 9 things in which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the downfall of his enemies, man. So with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you will edify. Until the next lesson, Shalom.
Owned oil company focused on unleashing American oil from North Dakota and
history books. It is the world's worst cover-up. The world's worst cover. Every single victim they didn't talk to me.
Please know for the record that every single survivor has raised their hand. Attorney General Bondi, you apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information.
Oh, goddamn. Oh, goddamn. Oh.
Congresswoman, you sat before Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General
Oh, my God. She can't do it. She can't even look at them. She can't even look at them. She can't look at them. You want to know why? Because she fucking knows she's a piece of shit. She knows she's guilty. She knows she's protecting the shadow government of moneyed interest. The satanic pedophile billionaire class. The Epstein class. She knows she's protecting them. She can't even look at them. She's deflecting. She's deflecting.
Can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a
Attorney General,
specific question
Attorney General,
that I would
respond to the
like
question.
you to answer.
See now Jim Jordan's trying to jump in to save Pam Bondi. Oh wait, she's allowed to answer. She's not fucking answering, Jim, and you know that. You're also in on the cover up. You're also a fucking disgrace.
Which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness get to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
That's
respond.
not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she doesn't
It is
like the
my
answer.
time.
So,
Mr. Chairman,
why
I have asked
didn't she ask
question.
Merrick Garland this?
I'm
Twice.
reclaiming
He
my
sat in
time. and
chair.
when-
Oh my God, their limped dick attempt at deflection is the saddest thing. What about Merrick Garland? Gosh golly, what about Merrick Garland?
Best and worst nuts for our body.